Hey, and welcome to Excelsior Coaching. Sorry it's been so long. We've been going through every illness known to man. In fact, 2 weeks ago, I was sick with three different illnesses. I don't know how that happened, but I'm alive. God is good, plain and simple. Now, I've been thinking a lot about fatherhood and the trials and tribulations therein. Over the last 5 years, I've had the best gift being a dad, the thing I prayed for, the thing I've desired more than just about anything in life. In a couple of days, my twins are going to be 5 years old, and I am crazy excited. And I'm a little bit sad because they're growing up, and I don't like that. And I don't think any parent really likes that. But here we are. I've gotten the question often of, aren't you tired? You must be exhausted. I'm always tired. There's not a day that I'm not tired, but it's not from being a dad because I'll do it again and again and again. I'm tired because the world is heavy and I have to go out and strive and slave and work in order to make sure that they have what they need. And I'll do it with a smile on my face every time, as long as they are cared for and they know that they're loved. Okay, cool. Bring it all on. Now, don't get me wrong. I've been that guy that's, as long as I'm providing, I'm doing the right thing. I've been that guy that is that focal mindset of as long as I'm giving them the thing, they're good. But God had shown me a better way. He showed me that if they're spiritually healthy, they're going to be okay. They can grow up and have a career working at McDonald's for all I care, as long as they love the Lord. And I am content from there. I won't rag on them. I won't get on them as long as they love the Lord with all their heart and they're serving Him with everything. Maybe He has them in that place, and that's okay. I'm fine with that. Now, like I said, it's a gift, and I just want to be a good dad. And it keeps me to thinking, what is a good dad? That leader, that guy that can give you that tender moment, but can push you beyond, sometimes beyond the breaking point, beyond what you know is comfortable, but it's all necessary. I think we focus too much on the wrong things and we're valuing the wrong things. I've been hit time and time again with not knowing what the right thing is until I'm there. But I got to the point of I stopped wrestling God and I started really latching on to my support system. You see, now there's this guy that I pretty much grown up knowing. He's like my big brother, about a mile away from me right now. From my house to his house is about a mile. See, we're neighbors. I love it. And I've seen how he's raised his daughters. I've seen the good, I've seen the bad, I've seen the ugly. And he's so candid with me and he's talking to me about these things. And he's like, Josh, this is what's good. This is what's bad. This is what you need to avoid with everything you have. That goes, for spouse, that goes for their behaviors, how to react in love and not anger, how to have a tender moment but still be stern, how to lead and guide, not punish. And every day it gets a little simpler. I won't lie to you and say it gets easier because it doesn't, but it gets simpler. All the struggles, all the fears I have to face. Now, I have my twin boys. They're about to turn 5 years old, and I can remember every day of their life like it was mine. Their first day of school, their first school pictures. I remember when each of them started walking, when they ate solid food for the first time. I remember the day they were born, and one of them came out already screaming. Not a second later, he was already screaming, and that's just hilarious. I remember singing them their first song because I love to sing, I love to worship, and I wanted to instill it from them to them. Even in the womb, when I first learned I was going to be a dad, I said, okay, it's showtime. I've never been readier for anything in my life. And as hard as things have been financially, as hard as things have been situationally, sometimes relationally, maybe locationally, we were living on the other side of the country. Support system was different, but it was there. We moved back to my hometown where they are getting to grow up in the church I grew up in with my family. They have uncles and aunts, their grandparents. They have all these people that surround them and love them, who play with them and teach them, who help me hold them accountable as I hold myself accountable to the I'm sorry, daddy's going to do better. It's a blessing. Now, the hard thing is less than 2 years ago, we found out we were pregnant. We had a miracle baby on the way. Sadly, in that June of that year, we lost him. The hardest, most devastating thing that I could ever imagine, that I could ever feel, that I could ever go through. The pain, I feel it to this day. It's like a scar. Just, it heals, but you feel it. You know it's there. My son, I never got to meet him. I never got to kiss him and play with him, not the way I would like. But I'm comforted with scripture. And when David lost his own son, and he said, you won't come to me, but one day I'll go to you. And I feel the exact same way about my baby boy. See, I'm tearing up now just thinking about him and how much I love him. But that moment in time taught me something, that I'm still here, that I can keep going, that my purpose wasn't that for that moment. My purpose is longer, narrower, that I'm leading my young boys on the right path to Christ, to where they know so much and they talk to me about what they're learning still. And I'm just loving it. They just spent their last Sunday in the toddler preschool area at church. Next week, they're going to be with the big kids with me, and I get to teach them firsthand at home and at church. And I'm just so darn excited. Being a dad is the best thing in the world. Personally, I don't understand how anyone could not want it. It's exhausting. It costs a lot of money that you don't really have. You lose sleep, privacy, you name it. But to see their smile, to see their growth, to see them overcome challenges, to their bravery, their love unconditionally is worth so much more. My wife and I, we've gone through the ringer the last couple years. We're here and we love the Lord with all our hearts. I'll tell you this, losing my child nearly broke me, but it didn't break me. It almost doesn't count. To this day, I try to grow in that zeal and fervor to serve, to love others. I get to be kind of a surrogate father of sorts to a lot of other kids. My day to day is I work at a school and I'm teaching these kids. Some of these kids can barely read. Their behaviors are outlandish. The stories I could tell you, and I may tell you, these stories are insane. They fight, they pick, they call names, but underneath it all, they just need people that are going to love them, not coddle them, but love them. In my class, there are 8 children. One of them knows their father. One. The other fathers are out of their lives, dead, in jail, you name it. And they have no idea what it looks like as strong masculine men push them and challenge them and have high expectations for them. Their fear of failure looks insurmountable, but I've seen these kids overcome so much already just this school year. I've seen them get challenged and run, get challenged and run, get challenged and fight, get challenged and overcome. When I started, they were writing 4 sentence paragraphs. 4 sentences was their requirement. Now I'm requiring them to write 12. They have tripled their requirements in just writing. They've improved in their math skills. They went from kindergarten levels of reading to first and second grade comprehension and ability. And these are kids that know nothing but the streets and violence and speed and Sinet or whatever these guys' names are. That's all they know. Not anymore. I was flabbergasted when I found out they've never seen Star Wars. Who on earth has never seen Star Wars? They haven't. But you know what? That's okay. I can share this stuff with them like I'm doing my own kids. Motown, real music. They don't know it. They're learning it now. Accountability, one of the biggest things that they run from. You would think they're allergic to it, but I require accountability. I do not let them blame others. No, you made this choice. You own it. You're in trouble today. Guess what? You own it. We care about you. That's why we're on your butt the way we are. Some of them have farther away to go than others. Some of them will not succeed. Lord willing, they will all get there someday. And it just keeps tracking backwards too. That's why I want to coach men and couples. They need, these kids need fathers. They need men, not males who happen to be grown physically. They need men in their lives. They need fathers and good big brothers and uncles and cousins that are going to be there and love them unconditionally and teach them the right things. I want to teach men how to be men, not just somebody who can sleep with women, but men how to be men. I want to teach them what it looks like, what it means, What does it mean to be a man? Yeah, you got to be the provider, but you got to be the leader, the protector, the lover, the helper. You have to be someone who's going to lead them in the right direction and not go, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure. But you know every song on the radio. Our job as men and as fathers is to go so far beyond what it looks like and show them that there's a better way, to let them know that whether it's college or trade school or the workforce right after graduation, that they're going to make it to graduation, that they have a future ahead of them. I call on men and I challenge men before the couple. I'm challenging the men to step up. And if you don't know what that looks like, you got an argument to retort, whatever. I'm here. Let's hear it. I want to talk this out. I want to work with you. Being a dad is the greatest job I've ever had, and I will do it to my last breath. And I'm still number two because God has to be number one. And I've seen him be number one and what that does, the amazing things that his presence in their lives does. Look what God's doing. Jesus died on the cross. What did he do on the third day? He got up. That's right. Why did he do all this? Because he loves me? Yes, yes, yes. That's what it's about. It's not about how much money you make. It's not about the girl you get, not about the job, not about the car, the clothes, the PlayStation or the Xbox or the TV or the whatever. It's so much deeper. As fathers, as men, we have to live for something so much deeper so that they can live for something deeper. So I challenge you, talk to me and let's work. You have nothing to lose already because you're already struggling. You're already stuck. Guess what? Let's get unstuck together. I had certain people speaking and breathing into my life to make sure I never got stuck like that. And I'm here to walk with you guys. That's my mission. You know, I don't have much longer here, so I want to wrap this up. I love you and I want to help you. In all sincerity, I want to help you fight because it's worth it. It's more than worth it. I can assure you of that. Fight, never stop fighting. Deep breath. This has been Joshua with Excelsior Coaching, and it's been a blessing to see you guys. Leave a comment, message me, call me, whatever. I'll see you guys soon.